Okay, let me know if everyone can hear me. Just put a little thumbs up in the chat, or just say we can hear you in the chat. Just making sure everything's working. So let me know if you guys can hear the music, and let me know if you guys can hear my voice. Let's see. All right, awesome. So it looks like everything is good. Let's so everyone got the announcement, looks like. So we're going to be starting in 1 minute. I can't wait to get talking about this, guys. It's just, we haven't streamed Castle Dark. I think it's been maybe 6 months since my last Castle Dark stream. It's been a long time. Wow. And is it 1 o'clock yet? Almost. So close. Okay, so it looks like the music might not be coming through. Let's see. Maybe make it a little bit louder. Well, I know we can fix it as we go. It's not impossible. Track 1, this is... All right, it's 1 o'clock, so let us get started. I'm gonna first by switching the music. Do guys let me know if you guys can hear the music. You can do the thumbs up thing again. Hey, what's going on, Darren T? Okay, awesome. Yeah, we can hear it now. Okay, let's switch it to some epic Castle Dark-like music. There we go. Okay, let's get started by switching over to OpenToonz. Welcome to the stream, everybody. I cannot wait to get started talking to you guys about Castle Dark and its release and just all the exciting things coming up. So I'm going to start off. I made a post a couple days ago asking you guys to leave all of your Castle Dark questions. So I'm going to go to that post and I'm going to, let's see, can I even open this post? I'm going to go to that post and I'm going to read some of the questions that we received. Now, I can't seem to get to the comments of this post. This thing's so broken. Let's see. There we go. Now it appeared. Nothing like a refresh. All right. So, some of the questions that we received are, what is Castle Dark about? This is from 𝕮𝖆𝖗𝖊𝖗, sorry if I didn't pronounce that right, but he was asking, what is this series about? And without spoiling anything, I can really tell you that Castle Dark is about Pi and Pauline. They're poverty-stricken pigs that live in Forland Shoat. A very, you know, how do I explain this? Maybe tyrannical government known for their cruelty to the poor. So that's basically all I can really say much. They're broke. They got to find a way to survive, and winter's coming. I can't really say too much more because there's just so much in the works. And I know some people don't want to have it spoiled. So, next question is from 𝕮𝖆𝖗𝖏𝑥. When will this release? And then also, they want to have some suggestions for affordable animation devices. So, Castle Dark's release. This is the big question. Everyone's been waiting to hear. When is Castle Dark gonna release? I get this comment every single minute almost. So, I am tired of working on Castle Dark. In a good way. I don't want to work on this film anymore. So I decided to buckle down and get it done in 2021. So what that means is, by the end of this year, I want Castle Dark to be done. Now, that means that you'll probably be seeing, if I use all my time, you'll probably be seeing Castle Dark in December 2021. it's a good thing. You know, I'm not saying I'm so tired of working on this, like I'm gonna give up. I don't want to give up. But I want this film to be finished. I want to move on. Finishing up these old drawings has been an experience that it's very challenging to try to finish an old drawing when you know you could do better. You want to make it better, but it's just like you can't because you don't have time to finish. So I want to make this film. This music is really throwing me off. It's so menacing. Hold on, let me switch it real quick. I know it's good. If anyone's wondering, it's Whisper in the Dark by 𝕮𝖆𝖗𝖐. It's just very, you know, very threatening, and I can't really focus on what I'm saying. Anyway, I want the film to be done. Finishing these old drawings has been difficult because I want to make them better. You want to redraw them. You want to redo the animation, but you can't. I can't do that. I don't have time to do that. So what I have to end up doing is just finishing it all. I'm going to try to get it finished in all these, in this, what's it called? In these maybe 4 months left of the year. So I've been working really, really hard. This whole sequence, I don't think any of you have seen this line art sequence because I did this within the last week. And I pushed myself really hard to do all of these drawings, and maybe for some animators could probably knock this out in a day. But I'm not some animators, I'm me. So this sequence did take a very, very long time, but we got it done. So I'm going to switch to music again. It's a little too epic. I'm going to just go for some chill piano music. So another question. Let's see. Estimated release date. That's by Merrymations. Yeah. So we're going to say December. Now, listen, if things don't work out and it doesn't come out in December, don't be mad at me. I know not all things are going to go according to plan, but I want this film to be done. I want it to be finished. I more than anyone am the one who wants to see this film done. Believe me on that. I mean, I'm the one making it. If I, didn't want the film to be done more than anyone else, I wouldn't be working on it. So believe me when I say I want this film to be done. I want it to look the best. I want it to be the best. So trust me when I say that. I'm not going to give up on this film. I just don't want to work on it anymore. Meaning I'm going to work really, really hard to make it look the best it can and then release it to you guys, hopefully this year. Someone said, let's see, 𝕮𝖆𝖗𝖐 says no in the chat. No, I meant I'm not going to give up. I'm going to finish working on it. Let's been, let's see, what's it called? Since I started 𝕮𝖆𝖗𝖗𝖏, maybe on this channel it's been around 4 years, but since like the actual concept of like my first drawing of Pi, which you guys will be seeing probably soon, in like a, what's it called? In a, like maybe like a sketchbook tour. But the first drawing was like 6 years ago. So it's been a long time. Been a very, very long time. And I want, in the best way possible, for that time to be done. I want to move on to episode 2. I want to move on to making new animations. And I can't, like, episode 2 is not even, I don't even have the same, what's it called? Feeling. Episode 1 just has to come out. Like, I've been working on this literal project for just years. I'm like, it wouldn't even take me as long to make episode 2 because, this is my job now. So let's see. I'm going to pull up this color palette. This is, where am I going? 𝕮𝖆𝖗𝖗𝖏. So I'll just pull the colors from here. I'll just copy and paste them because that way I can use the number keys to get to them. Awesome. So yeah, I powered through the line art and I did some corrections yesterday so we can kind of just do coloring now and I can answer you guys' questions. So without further ado, let's do that. Let's see. I'm also making an animated series. I have a few fan theories on 𝕮𝖆𝖗𝖗𝖏. I don't think you guys know what the film's about yet. A lot of people, I'm so glad that people are excited about Castle Dark, and I've just seen so many people. What's going on here? Oh, I'm not okay. Never mind. So many people excited about the film, and for me, I know the story, I know the characters you guys haven't even seen yet, and it's just so amazing to see that so many people are already excited about something that they don't really know what it is just yet. And I'm just so glad that you guys have supported it. You guys think it's cool. Makes me what's it called? More excited to show you guys what's in store. All right, let's see. Any advice for beginner animators? I'd say focus on learning the 12 principles of animation, and then go from there. Learn them, practice them, and make sure that you know them. Because a lot of people, they kind of skip that step. That's a really important step. You don't want to skip. And it can ease the frustration of animating when you know what you're doing. I thought I didn't need the fundamentals for a long time, and then maybe just like a year ago, I started learning about the art of in-betweening, and all the questions I had about animation were just answered by just learning that one thing. So don't hold back, guys. Don't think you're too good for the fundamentals. That's what I thought for a long time about art, and then recently I just started, learning how to paint, learning how to render objects, and a lot of my questions about art are starting to be answered now that I'm going back to the basics. Line, value, kind of humbling myself a little bit in that way, that I don't feel that I'm too good for this. So yeah, I think, just taking some advice, learning the basics is definitely the way to go if you're a beginner. Let's see. Thank you so much for teaching us. Can you make a smooth color switching tutorial? So I assume that means when you use a keyframe to make the color change. Yeah, I mean, that's a pretty good idea. I will say that another thing I had to mention is that other projects may have to be slowed, including my YouTube videos, in order to get Castle Dark done. That's another big thing that I have to mention. There won't be as many videos as you guys notice probably now, or not. I've been posting maybe once every other week, and it's because Castle Dark, I'm just gonna go full force on it. Again, I'm not gonna rush it. I'm just going to have my focus on it completely. So yeah, the YouTube videos, there won't be as many coming out in this year. They're for the rest of this year, but there'll still be some. You're not gonna miss them because I barely upload consistently anyway. All right, let's see. How long is Castle Dark going to run? I don't know. As long as it takes me to finish the story, I suppose. How do you work the camera in OpenToonz? I have a tutorial on my channel about that already. It's called camera movement or something. This music is whack. Let's get this out of here. I apologize to all who are enjoying that, but needs to fit the vibe. Let's see. Let's get this in here. Coloring is so easy. This line work took weeks. Well, maybe a week. It took a week. But coloring is super fast. Let's see. December is also when I'm posting the second episode of my series. Awesome. Let's see. When did you start Castle Dark? Probably 2014. That's when the first drawing of Castle Dark came into my sketchbook. And I think you guys have seen it if you watch the lore videos, the lore video I made about Pi. I keep acting like I actually make consistent videos. Yeah, it's been a long time. It's been maybe 6 years waiting for this part. And then so this part that's coming out in December is just the first half of the storyboard, as I explained in my video where Castle Dark got delayed. So the other half will be Castle Dark episode 2, and I just cannot wait to start working on that. Oh man, I just can't wait. It's going to be so much fun. I want to document it more. I want to have you guys follow the process a little more. So seeing how that will work out will be definitely a good time. I'm not really doing this in any particular order. Okay, let's see. Use Adobe Animate. No, I think surprisingly Adobe Animate seems to lack certain features that OpenToonz has, despite being quite like kind of more expensive. That's the reason I never really considered it, because it just like certain things are just not there, and I'm like, I don't understand. This program is I mean, if you have it, I'm not saying it's bad or anything. I mean, I don't really personally, I guess I really don't use I won't use it to its fullest, because what you know from Flash and Adobe Animate is that they're made for they're mainly used for what's it called, puppet animation, things that something that I'm just not really interested in. Not that there's anything wrong with it, and no doubt for Castle Dark and for my animation career I'll have to learn how to use it anyway. But like puppet animation, like to do certain things, not like I would ever animate the characters that way. But it's always good to know how to do those things. But I just don't imagine I just don't like the way that characters look when they're puppet animated, unless they do it really, really well. Certain things you just can't deny. It's just beautiful. But for me, maybe I'll try it sometime in the future, but for now I don't really, not really my thing, I guess. Let's see. Is there going to be a sequel to Castle Dark? Well, it's a series, so yeah. Oh, a sequel to the series? Maybe. Yeah, I think, see, these are things that I've thought about that I can't really tell you, sequels to a series, like how, because it'll be spoilers. But I've definitely thought it over, and I've had the story, like, solidified in my head as for a sequel. But I can't, that's not really important to you guys, since you guys don't know the ending. You guys haven't even gotten to the start of the first one, so I can't tell you the ending of the second, continuation. But you see, when you want to make a series, you just have all the you daydream a lot. You're like, man, what this would be cool if this, and oh, this is gonna be like that. The hard part is just doing it. The hard part is getting there, but I haven't let that stop me. I want to get there, and I am going to. I'm not gonna let. I know I want to, like, daydreaming's nice, but having it be real is so much cooler. All right. Let's see. Oh, chat skipped. Episode 2 wouldn't come out in another 4 years. I don't know if it'll take that long. I definitely, if I want things to go quicker, because Castle Dark has the story's not short. So it's not anything that's going to be, I'm definitely going to have to hire some help with working on it, because, through this experience, I've learned that one, that's okay to ask for help, but more that this is how long it takes me to make one. Definitely, if a series has to be, somewhat prompt, like even if I did an episode every year, it would take me like 12 years to finish it. And that is not what I'm here for. So definitely probably going to be hiring some help. But it'll be commission based. I'm not going to hire any animators that are going to be like, oh, I worked for, Castle Dark, or I constantly do. It'll be commission based. Like I'll hire like an in-betweener or something like that. So if you're good at using OpenToonz or whatever program I'm using, then keep practicing. Use OpenToonz. Yes. It seemed like from the last stream when I was talking about Blender, a lot of people got the impression that I was going to leave OpenToonz. No such thing. And neither, if it was that way, neither am I afraid to do so. And you can feel the way you want about it, but I don't think there should be a reason to feel afraid to leave something. You shouldn't stick with a program just because you've used it for a long time. If there's a better program for you, then by all means, just use that program. OpenToonz is not going anywhere. If I stop using OpenToonz, they're not gonna shut it down. It's not going anywhere. I always have it on my computer. I'm not gonna uninstall it. So I'm not really afraid of getting used to something else is another thing. That's a whole other thing. Getting used to another program is a whole other ordeal. But I'm not really planning on leaving OpenToonz per se, because I don't think you can really, you know, leave something. Maybe I'll just stop using it as much if I found a better program, because OpenToonz is like a very complicated program, and that sometimes deters people. And during the Blender stream, I was talking about, hey, maybe it could be like a better program overall. But you want to talk about complicated? Let's talk about Blender. Blender is much more complicated than OpenToonz, and the reason I can say that so confidently is because it adds a whole third dimension. It's easy to say that Blender is more complicated because in concept it is. It's a whole other dimension you have to worry about. So yes, it's much more complicated. Not that that's really deterring me, because I'm really focused on 2D animation anyway. Let's see. How long do you think y'all spend on compositing? 1 second. I'm doing my compositing in OpenToonz. Some of it will be in DaVinci Resolve, but it's not a process that I'm really, you know, worried about, or like, it's not, in a way, what I'm trying to say is that it's not documented. I'm just going to throw the clips in. If something, I'm gonna watch it over a bunch of times and then keep correcting stuff and re-rendering it. So compositing will just be like my corrections phase. This drawing needs some work. So yeah, but I can't wait to make newer animations anyway. Let's see. How are you so motivated? How do you be motivated to not give up on the cartoons we make? Oh, wow. So that's a really good question. And the reason I've held off on making it like that the animated series videos is because I wanted to finish Castle Dark first. I had so much advice I wanted to give, but I actually had to learn. I had to go through it to give you guys that advice. That's why I haven't made a video on that topic in such a long time. And how to stay motivated. So I'm still organizing my thoughts on that. Plan to make a video on it, so no spoilers right now. But for me, Castle Dark has been in my life for the past 6 years. And you think about that, that's a long, long time. And so right now, I don't want Castle Dark episode 1 at least to be part of my life anymore. I want it to be done. I want it to be set in stone. I want you guys to see it. That's all I want. So my motivation right now is to get the film done, because I don't want to work on it anymore. I want to work on new stuff. I want to show you guys what I can really do. Show you guys my true mettle as an animator. That's my, you know, gumption right now. And what I'm learning is that I really enjoy working on it sometimes. Like although these are old drawings, and I want to, like, you know, make them better and show you guys what I can do. Finishing these drawings is giving me a lot of practice too. So the motivation is, like, you know, to practice, to get the film done. But I'll say more in my, you know, animated series video, inevitably coming out after Castle Dark episode 1 appears. Let's see. Have I been animating Castle Dark by myself for that long? Every single thing you see in Castle Dark was made by me. I've never or accepted help on Castle Dark. I wanted to use it as sort of like my animation school. I never went to animation school. I don't really plan on going. I want to use Castle Dark as my animation school. Let's see. Did you animate anime or do you watch anime? I did, like, you know, when I was younger, but now not really anymore. And also, anime is just, yeah, the Japanese, what's it called? I forget that word. The word in Japanese is animation. Like, I used to study Japanese when I was in school, but so saying did you animate anime, it's like saying did you animate animation. So it's kind of the reason it's called anime is because they shorten the word. It's not a Japanese word, so they, you know, kind of shorten it. I remember learning Japanese. The shortened version of snowboarding was snowball, and I was just like, you know, so when the word goes into another language, it sort of loses its original meaning. But yeah, so saying did you animate anime is kind of like saying did you animate animation. So yeah, Castle Dark's an anime, technically. but I know some people, since it's the word anime has come back to you know, the West, it's only kind of exclusively refers to Japanese animation in that industry. So no, I've never actually tried, like, you know, the Japanese style of animation or you know, anything like that. So I mean, I plan to in the future. It sounds like a neat project. So let's see. All right, let's see. Why don't I receive help from others? Yeah, I'll say for now it's just it's a personal project for now. Because, and also a lot of people have offered to help on Castle Dark for free, and I'm like, that's I don't know about that. That doesn't sound. I wouldn't feel comfortable having someone work day and night on Castle Dark and then they don't receive anything from it. So that's some of the reason why. One, it's a personal project, and two, guess I don't really feel like paying anybody to do it. Kind of complicates things. And plus, I get all the practice. The practice is all mine if I don't get any help. Like, everything that I do will be all, like, I'll get all, like, the knowledge from it. Episode 1 is coming in December. Will episode 2 come in the next 4 years? Don't think episode 2 will take that long, my friend. Episode 1 took long for a lot of different reasons, and I hope to explain those reasons in an upcoming video. It wasn't just the animation taking that long. If I was working like I'm working right now on Castle Dark for, what's it called, for 6 years, episode 1, 2, 3, oh, hit the mic. There'd be many more episodes of Castle Dark if I was working as diligently as I am now. But again, there's so many reasons for that I hope to explain. I hope for episode 2 to take maybe like of actual animation. I hope it takes maybe 6 months. But we'll see. We're not thinking about that right now. I'm thinking about getting episode 1 done. Did this thing just crash? Nope. OpenToonz is tanking it today. That was a definite crash, and it just went like, nah. We're finishing Castle Dark. See? I'm not leaving OpenToonz, y'all. OpenToonz got my back after all these years. Okay, let's see. So many things to read. Well, I consider getting other people later on to help me. Yeah, definitely. If I'm making this like the full series, I'll probably commission some people to do some in-betweening work, and maybe some background artists, but I really do want to do the backgrounds myself. So, yeah. Am I self-taught, or did I go to college to learn animation? I won't say self-taught, because that would imply that I did, trial and error, I think. But if you're talking about self-taught in the sense that I just learned on YouTube, that's exactly what I did. Learned all the stuff I know from YouTube. Some animation books as well, like the Animator Survival Kit. But mainly, YouTube videos and really helpful people online. Let's see. If I want to make an animated series, do I need voice actors in person, or can I voice act remotely? Yeah, so that's a really good question, actually. I thought about the same thing, because I can't do every voice required in an animation. Part of the reason why Castle Dark is going to be mostly without voices, but we'll have to see about that as well. You can have them remotely, but it depends on their equipment. Like, the reason that people would have in-house voice actors is so they can get the talent, the actor, to use the equipment, the really expensive equipment that they have in-house that the actor may not be able to afford on their own. So if you do hire a voice actor remotely, you have to know what equipment they're using, and you have to know the specifications of that equipment. Like, are they using a Blue Yeti mic, or are they using like a professional XLR setup with an audio interface. So that's something you have to think about. So for me, I'm gonna stretch my voice as far as it can go because that can be a bit complicated and a bit expensive. So, but if you're working, like, you know, if you're getting some friends together, you want to make an animated series, I'd say just go for it. Don't worry too much about quality, because, you know, you see what happens with these people that they make an animated series. It may get really, really popular, and then later on they just upgrade. So people aren't gonna not watch something most of the time because of quality. It depends. It depends on what you're talking about. Audio quality is very important though, so I do recommend getting a good mic, which I'll tell you guys about in the upcoming studio tour video. Probably be out next week. I say probably because things have gone, you know, sideways in the past, and they can go sideways now. Like when I lost, when my computer broke, I lost like a little bit of work at Castle Dark, maybe just 2 weeks, but it's nothing compared to what I've done the last week. What I've done the last week is just, you know, this entire sequence. And basically the reason it's so good that I've done this entire sequence is because this line art is basically this entire scene done. And getting a scene done in a week or maybe 2 weeks, that's amazing. But I'm gonna have to go even faster than that if I want to see things done by September. So we'll have to see. We'll have to see how things go. Can you imagine 2 scenes a week? That'd be crazy. All right, let's see. Let's see. That's a good question. Will I open an animation studio in the future? I don't think so, but we'll have to see. I mean, things are gonna. You're asking what? Me in 2021, things could be completely different in 2022. So maybe next year I'll be like, I'm opening an animation studio, but I don't plan on it really. I plan to just work, just on my own and then hire out work. Otherwise, that will be like it'll be kind of like a virtual studio. So keep practicing, people, because I could ask you for help with that, and hope that some of the people who have used OpenToonz over the years will be able to, you know, help out with Castle Dark. If I'm using it in the future, that is. We'll see. Okay. How long will episode 1 be? Episode 1 will be under 3 minutes. Yeah, so if you watch the storyboard that I've already posted like a long time ago, that was for the 4,000 subscriber special. I posted the storyboard. Yeah, you can see like the whole episode 1 and 2. Let's see. Have I used After Effects? I have never have. I use DaVinci Resolve from all of my, you know, effects and compositing and stuff. I'm surprised this is all done with raster layers. See, that's what I'm talking about. The practice is all mine. I've done this so many times that I've well, also smoothness option. But, you know, I've done this so many times that it's like it's easy for me to make clean looking lines. Also big shout out to the smoothness slider and OpenToonz 1.4. And the only reason before, you know, I get asked is I didn't install, I didn't follow the recommendations for installing OpenToonz 1.5, so certain things weren't working, and so I just reverted to 1.4. So that's that. I'm having an issue with the smoothness, and so with the smoothness of lines, and since I'm doing line art and final animation, I had to have smoothness, so I just reverted back to 1.4. I'm using the default brush in OpenToonz 1.4. Let's see. Let's see. I'll go back to the most recent ones. Actually, I'm gonna scroll up just a little bit so I can try to get everyone's question. Will you remember me when you have 500,000 subs? Maybe. Let's see. Random Randall. I mean, you kind of set it in stone now. It might, and I might. I don't usually, you know, forget about people, but I don't know what they expect when they say remember them, like remember your name or something you made. If you join my Discord, you know. Let's see. Oh, there's so many questions. Let's see. How do you structure your animated series? That's kind of a question, a method question. So I think that if you just start with what you think, like how I did, just start making it, you'll start answering a lot of questions because you'll have to. Like, so I think there's a lot of questions you can ask before you start something, but a lot of them get answered if you just do it. You just jump in and do it. And then if you don't like it, then just redo it. No one's gonna, if I make Castle Dark episode 1 and then after the series is done I make a remake episode 1, no one's gonna complain about that. So just, you know, just jump in and get started. What's my favorite Pixar film? Ooh, that's a good question. Is WALL-E Pixar? I think WALL-E's Pixar. Disney Pixar. I think. I'm not sure. WALL-E's a good movie. I don't watch a lot of movies though, so I'm not crazy about Pixar, even though, you know, they're always at the head of the animation world. I'm not crazy about watching movies. I've just been so focused on making. I've always kind of liked making my own thing. So, but WALL-E's just such a beautiful movie. I just watch it and I just, man, even for the time it stacks up, story-wise and animation-wise. Let's see. How do you make how do you design the characters? Yeah, you definitely gotta just kind of jump in, try your best, and then, you know, keep looking up advice and getting better, and get better by, you know. So maybe look up some YouTube videos on character design, because you know, don't just take it from me. You kind of jump in and get started and have the gumption to do the work. Doing the work is kind of the most important thing. Let's see. Can you show us how to animate arcs? Again, that's one of those things you kind of just have to do. You kind of just go in. You kind of gotta, you know, practice. Like, I used to ask a lot of questions about, you know, if anyone was interested in making an animated series and what their experience was. But again, a lot of those questions get answered when you just jump in. And so don't be afraid to do it, because here I am, and we have, this drawing is not even finished. You have so many people that are just so excited for Castle Dark, and I just can't wait to show them what they're waiting for. I'm just another one of you guys that happened so that people found my channel. They really want to see Castle Dark, so this drawing needs a lot of work. Not that I'm really anywhere special, but you guys can be just like me. In fact, a lot of you guys are just like me. You just need to get started. So I'll have to see what you guys make in the future. Oh man, I'm not trying to sound like I think I'm a celebrity or something. Like, oh, you could be like me, you can be where I am, but I'm, you know, you guys can seriously, like, just get started on your series, get started working. You know, if you really put your heart into it, there's got to be someone out there who likes it. That was easy. Coloring done. Let's see. What am I using for compositing? DaVinci Resolve. We have teams of animators to improve the quality of the series. No, I won't have teams of animators. I'll definitely have probably just a few in-betweeners, or, you know, something like that. I can help you animate. Keep practicing. We'll see in the future. I get burned out trying to storyboard. Oh, yeah. Yeah, so I feel that, Scribble, really. Making the storyboard is probably the thing that took the longest, because I was just like, I don't want to work on this. I was kind of just making it up as I went along, though. So maybe writing it out, like, you know, writing a script will help. Let's see. Oh, can I show you the background that I will use for this scene? Sure. Here it is. The background, again, a thing that was painted like a really long time ago. Let's get out of this, and we will show the background. So if you're on the Patreon feed, you'll probably be seeing this update. I'm sorry I've been late with them. You'll be seeing this update soon. I've just really been working, and I don't like to record or kind of distract myself as I work. So that's why. So all that's left for this scene is to do the shading for this walking character, and then we'll wrap it. That's it, guys. Can you believe it? The scene's already almost done. Okay. OpenToonz is better than Adobe Animate. Better is subjective. Please make a tutorial about in-betweening. There's so many out there. Like I think you can. The one like I've shared the one that helped me a lot. So I think you guys can. You know, 𝕮𝖆𝖗𝖙𝖊 has really good videos on that. So definitely search those up. Did I ink on rasters? Yes, I've completely signed myself off of the vector engine in OpenToonz. More on that in my OpenToonz review, which will be coming out again after 𝕮𝖆𝖗𝖗 comes out. Did someone just ask me, do I hate the Emoji Movie? Oh man, guys, there's always gonna be movies that they just pump out for based on, like, you know, trending. I don't know, I guess that was trending. I guess emojis are trending topic. There's always gonna be that movie, guys. Let's see. Yeah, 𝕮𝖆𝖗𝖗 is 13 episodes of 𝕮𝖆𝖗𝖗. It's gonna be probably around 12, but we'll have to see. Yeah, it's a short film because it's the first episode. It's kind of like the pilot. Am I using a graphics tablet? I'm using a graphics tablet and I'm using a mouse at the same time. What other things besides Mickey Mouse inspired you to make 𝕮𝖆𝖗𝖗? Not just the story, but the characters too. See, that's a real fan. Tobias Thompson, you're a real fan. See, you watch those old videos. Good on you, man. Yeah, that's a real fan right there. Other than that, I let's see what other things inspired me besides Mickey Mouse. Oh, that's easy. My favorite movie, animated movie, was when I was a kid was Spirit Stallion of the Cimarron or something. Yeah, so 2D animation, like watching TV shows like Foster's. I really like the animation of The Amazing World of Gumball. Those things really inspired me to make a TV show, and I wanted to make one, but I didn't know how it'd go first. And so then I decided to test the waters a little bit, and so I made 𝕮𝖆𝖗𝖗. This is the series to test the waters of how making an animated series on YouTube will be. And maybe someday I'll make that series that I was planning to make in the first place. We'll see. Do I think 𝕮𝖆𝖗 2D is better than OpenToonz? It depends on you. For some people, 𝕮𝖆𝖗 2D works better. For some people, OpenToonz works better. I'm one of the people that OpenToonz works better. Like, it doesn't crash as much. So 𝕮𝖆𝖗 2D has a lot, like, really good features, but personally for me it doesn't, like, there's some input lag with some of the features, and it crashes a lot, so I feel like it's kind of like a raffle. Can't wait to see 𝕮𝖆𝖗𝖗. It looks so good from the animatic, right? Like, the animatic was nothing compared to this. Oh man, I can't wait till you guys see it. How did I come up with the name 𝕮𝖆𝖗𝖗? I can probably tell you more later. Right now, I literally have no idea. I probably, come up with a video when I'm like, I'll actually think about where it came from. Have I heard of the multi-animated project community? They make awesome stuff. Let's see. I have. I don't know if I'd ever really, you know, host one of those, but yeah, I have heard of them. I think you missed the coloring on the hair ties of one of the frames. Hey, okay. Appreciate the help. Appreciate it. Let's see. I thought the same thing. See, man. See, you guys got my back. Appreciate it. Appreciate that. All right. Please remember me. That's from 𝕮𝖆𝖗 Legacy. How could I forget Boa? Is the vector level in OpenToonz good? That's a big question, my friend. Basically, I have large scenes filled with a lot of frames. So when you have that many vector drawings in a scene, it can start to bog down OpenToonz. So it depends. Like the scenes that I'll mention this in my OpenToonz review, but the scenes that were small, they just had a few frames, a few camera movements, worked flawlessly. The program worked really, really like nicely. But the bigger scenes, there's a lot of latency and made it kind of hard to work on. So we'll see. I don't use the vector layers personally, but also because it's kind of quicker just to do this. The reason it's quicker is because the coloring, the recognition of vector edges and the coloring of vector, you know, levels is still just basically, it doesn't work for me. It's not consistent, doesn't work. Rasters are more consistent. They're less laggy. Just pump it out like that. Castle Dark was originally going to be on vector so I can change the resolution at will. Like I could just make a 4K version if I wanted to, but it didn't work out that way. Of course, 𝕮𝖆𝖗 Legacy said they watched the old videos too. Yeah, I could tell when you said Castle Dark has been worked on for 4 years. I'm like, has it been 4 years? And see, real fans. Let's see. Hey, why are cocoa and kiwi fruits? That's a... Well, so what fruit do you think cocoa is? Kiwi has an apple head, but I don't know. I mean, cocoa kind of got a gray head. Consider streaming on Twitch. Maybe I'll keep it on YouTube. Did I make this music? I did not. I did not make this music, but I do plan on composing music for Castle Dark sometime soon. Maybe that video will come out. I'm gonna be right back. Okay, back. I think Coco's a kiwi. That's I can't help with the laugh at that. I never meant for Coco to have a fruit head. I just thought the shape of an apple was a cool looking design. That's the only reason, really. Where do I get non-copyright chill sounds from? I suppose you're talking about the music. I use Pretzel Rocks just to, you know, to have stream music that is no copyright. What's my favorite film? Hands down, it's got to be Fantastic Mr. Fox. That movie is hilarious, and I watched it recently. I don't think you guys care about spoilers. I mean, the movie came out 10 years ago. Come on. Yeah, it's just, the movie's hilarious. I can't even explain it. If you have Netflix, that's something. Or is it on Netflix? It's probably on Disney Plus. If you have one of those, it's a good movie to watch. Coco is a bald gray coconut. Ah, you guys are funny. Very cool. How long have you been working on this scene, if you don't mind me asking? Yeah, so this is the infamous scene 2 that I've been avoiding for a long time, because when I first made this scene, it was in a very old version of OpenToonz, probably 1.2. So it was years ago. And when I updated to maybe 1.3, this scene just started lagging and it would not stop. And I found out recently that it was actually one of the levels that just for some reason makes OpenToonz lag and, you know, start acting slow. So I've been kind of dreading on working on it. So it's been a couple years, probably, this scene, maybe 2 years. Use Adobe Animate. It is faster to use and easy. I think that's an oversimplification of what Adobe Animate is. It's an entirely different program. I would use it if it was, I mean, also you have to pay for that monthly subscription. I feel like OpenToonz has more of the features I'm looking for in frame by frame animation, and it's free, so I don't see there's really any need to use Adobe Animate. I've used it before. When I started out, I tried it. It doesn't have all the tools that I need. And personally for me, I'm not really looking for a program that's easy at this point. I know a lot of beginners are, but at the point I'm at, I'm looking for a program that's capable, and I feel like I've always been that way. I wasn't afraid to use OpenToonz even though I didn't know how to use it for a long time. I played around with it a long time because I knew it had the features that I wanted to use, you know, so. I use smooth all the time. I don't draw so good. I feel like I'm cheating. Should I practice without smooth? If you feel like you're cheating when using smooth, I think you need to do some more work. Just drawing on pencil and paper, like working on your actual drawing skills. How many episodes are done? Well, 0, because this one isn't even done. I'm gonna start out the shading map and probably get a quick render of this actually, so that the patrons can see it. And if anything happens to Castle Dark, then this is probably gonna be what you see. Yeah, so to prevent things like, say in a few months my computer dies again, to prevent anything tragic happening from preventing Castle Dark from coming out in December, I've invested in a backup solution, so everything's going to be backed up and there won't be any, accidents. That if an accident happens, it won't be as much of a loss. Have I used 𝕮𝖆𝖗𝖐? Yeah, I tried 𝕮𝖆𝖗𝖐 back when I was when OpenToonz was still kind of too early to be usable. I tried 𝕮𝖆𝖗𝖐, and I never tried it enough to get a a read on it. Probably have to try it again, but really good software. If I had money, probably the one I'd buy, but then again, that one has, integration for 3D objects, a lot of puppet animation tools. I'm just not really that kind of animator. I'm a frame by frame, draw every frame kind of guy. Does OpenToonz glitch while coloring vector layers? Yes. In fact, I've just steered clear away from them. You can use them if you want to. I just don't use vector layers for anything anymore, unless it's like, making a rectangle and filling it with a gradient to make a gradient on a scene. That's the only thing. That's the only time I use vectors. All right, so that render is done. Now we're gonna go do it in GIF format. If you want to see GIFs of completed scenes and scenes that are work in progress and hear about what's going on behind the scenes, definitely consider joining my Patreon page. Let's see, this is going to be the GIF version. Coloring in OpenToonz is a bit hard. I don't like to color in the same layers in my lines. Yeah, I think in Blender you can have the fill lines, on a different layer, but we'll have to see. That's pretty exciting for me. I think that's a really cool way to work. I was looking around OpenToonz, I just scrolled up a bit, and I couldn't find anything like a blending filter of overlay or like multiply, to change the atmosphere like Creator Mega Main. Is there any function? Yeah, there's you use it in the stage schematic. Basically, you add an effect, which is a layer blending mode, and I guess I can show you in a second. I really want to make an animated series, but I want to use characters that are not mine. Do you think I should? It's not a good idea to make the animation. Yeah, I mean, personally, you're working so hard for something that you can't monetize because the characters aren't yours. So, I mean, personally, I wouldn't, but whether it's a good idea is up to you. I just wouldn't want to work so hard on something that wasn't, completely mine, that I could do whatever I want with, . Okay guys, thank you for coming. I'm gonna probably wrap it up here. If you guys have any other last questions, I'll stick around for maybe 5 more minutes and answer those. So if you guys have any last questions you want to ask before we go, I appreciate it. Thank you for coming. I'll answer those and then I'll be off to continue working on the scene, making this shade map. I was gonna do it now, but I'm gonna sign off for now, and I'll probably continue this later. Thank you. That's 𝕮𝖆𝖘𝖙𝖑𝖊. Yeah, I mean, I always want to make things just better than the last, and that's pushed me. You guys have pushed me. Appreciate all the support you guys give. Thank you for all the advice. No problem, Mango. Glad to share. I'm glad it helps you guys. Let's see. All right, thank you guys for coming. I hope you guys had a good stream. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I plan to be doing this much more as the days come, for December. So looks like Thursday is a good day, but I could be doing it multiple times a week simply because we have to get this film done. And I can't wait for you guys to see the whole thing. And I can't wait to, go on making episode 2 and stuff like that. Basically, I'm trying to get over this initial hurdle. So I appreciate all your support, and I can't wait to show you guys more. How do you make your backgrounds? I draw them in 𝕮𝖃, although this is not I've made these backgrounds years ago, so I feel like I can do so much better now. All right, guys, I'll see you guys next time. Peace.